Who here has a pet?
Come on!
What do you have? A dog? A cat? Maybe a bunny? Most pets are cute and friendly, but some can be terrifying. In today's video, we're talking about the 10 most deadly pets that people actually own. And I guess my question is, why would people want to keep these animals in their home? Yay! Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to The Supreme, and click the notification bell for more lit content. Let's get rolling. Deadly snakes. Okay, I have to admit that snakes scare me. They do. They're kind of the worst. Some can kill you with a poison venom. Some can squish you to death. Honestly, one of the things that I love most about being a human is that I can live indoors and don't have to worry about snakes turning up inside my house. I can't understand why a person would bring a deadly snake into their home, but they're actually popular choices for pets. In the States, it's legal to have a venomous snake or capture one and make a poison snake your pet. There are a lot of reported snake-owning tragedies. In 2010, Corey Byrne became the first person in the United States to be killed by a boa constrictor. And just the year before, a pet python killed a baby in Florida. Of course, it doesn't just happen in the US. In 2017, a teenager from Indonesia passed away when he tried to make his pet king cobra pose for a photograph. And in November 2018, a 31-year-old man in Basingstoke, England was strangled by his 8-foot pet python. While I was researching this video, I found this image on the internet of a man taking 2 giant, deadly-looking snakes for a walk while using chain leashes. I don't know if this image is real or not. I think probably not, but you'd have to be crazy to do this with snakes. Those dogs could easily get bitten right there. As it goes, pet snakes are more of a risk to other household pets than they are their human owners, but I still wouldn't risk owning a deadly snake. Sharks. I thought it was only Dr. Evil who kept sharks as pets, but it turns out other idiots out there have tried to keep the dangerous wild animals too. In 2017, a dozen sharks were found swimming inside a pool in a New York basement. 7 live sandbar sharks, 2 dead leopard sharks, and a dead hammerhead were found at a home in LaGrangeville, Dutchess County. SPCA officer Kimberly McNamee said she had never seen anything like it. It was suspected that the homeowner was attempting to breed and sell sharks to a private collector. Controversial YouTuber Jake Paul made a video called "Meet My New Giant Pet Shark," which has had nearly 9 million views. In the video, he teases he's going to buy a big shark, but in the end he gets an aquarium with a bunch of cool fish. Tiger. No doubt you've watched The Tiger King by now. The Netflix documentary has been blowing up and has reminded all of us how crazy it would be to have a tiger as a pet. The documentary showcases Joe Exotic, a wildly flamboyant animal park owner. Joe Exotic is not the only man to have owned a tiger. It's shockingly not illegal in the United States or South Africa. In South Africa, Michael Jameson and his pet tigers Enzo and Ozzy have been headlines. The 2 tigers roam free in his house and yard. There have been dozens of reports of people mauled or killed by captive tigers over the years, including a Canadian man mauled by his pet Siberian tiger in an Ontario backyard. Elephants. Elephants are undoubtedly some of the best animals in the world. I think so anyway. They always seem like cute, friendly giants, but on the flip side, they're still big, powerful animals that can weigh over 1,000 pounds. And they aren't always sweet-natured either. Some solitary older elephants have been known to lose it and go rogue, stampeding through towns and villages. For these reasons, it's a bad idea to have an elephant as a pet. Even if they are the best-natured animal in the world, they could still accidentally stomp on you. In Thailand, the Soi people keep elephants as pets and companions, often sharing their homes with the animals. In 2009, a Texas man was found to have 3 pet elephants, Tina, Boo, and Jewel. He gave away 2, but was allowed to keep 1 of the animals. In Zimbabwe, Moyo the elephant lived in Roxy Dankworth's house until he was too big to fit. hippopotamus. Hippos are among the biggest and most aggressive animals in the world. Native to sub-Saharan Africa, hippos weigh over 3,000 pounds and can run at around 20 miles per hour. It's estimated that hippos kill around 500 people in Africa each year. Their size, aggression, and unpredictability make them a potentially deadly choice for a pet, although that hasn't stopped some people from attempting to own them. South African farmer Marius Els learned this the hard way in 2011 when he was gouged by a Humphrey the hippo on his 400-acre farm. Els had described the 2,600-pound hippo as being like a son to him, and he raised him from 5 months old. The 41-year-old had claimed the animal was just like a human. Another pet hippo has made headlines. Jessica the hippo lives with human owners in Johannesburg and has regularly appeared on television shows. Her owners believe the 19-year-old hippo to be the only tame hippo in the world, although she was reported to have lightly bitten a man in 2014. Bear. I love hiking, but the most terrifying thing about hiking in the mountains in the northwest of the states is the thought of maybe running into a bear, especially a grizzly bear. Most grizzlies live in Alaska, but there are others dotted around in the wild. Some crazy people have decided to try and turn the ferocious animals into household pets. Take Brutus, for example. Brutus is an 810-pound bear that lives with naturalist Casey Anderson and his actress wife, Missy Pyle. The bear was even the best man at the wedding, which, sure. Brutus regularly eats with the family at the dinner table. Not all relationships with pet bears are this harmonious. In 2009, a 37-year-old woman was killed by her 350-pound black bear, Teddy. Kelly Ann Waltz had raised the bear from a cub. The incident happened in northeast Pennsylvania, where her husband had a license to keep bears. The couple also owned a mountain lion and a tiger. Alligator. Meet Mary Thorne. She's a woman from Lakeland, Florida who owns a pet alligator named Rambo. Rambo is 6 feet, 125 pounds, and has very sharp teeth. Mary has made Rambo an assortment of clothing, including a jacket with his name on it, and she even lets him ride her ATV. Despite concerns, Mary was allowed to keep the gator. The problem is that alligators are extremely dangerous pets. There are around 56 fatalities involving alligators in the United States each year. Most of those are from gators in the wild, but those brought into the home still pose a huge threat. It's not possible to domesticate the creatures, which have a bite force of 2,000 pounds per square inch. On top of that, gators have to eat a lot. They can eat a fourth of their own body weight in one sitting. You don't want to let them get hungry. Chimpanzee. Owning a primate as a pet is a terrible, terrible idea. More often than not, it can be deadly. Even if a chimp is raised from a baby, humans aren't prepared to give them the level of attention and constant skin contact that they need and would get from their mothers in the wild. While they are small, chimps are easy to handle, but when they start going through puberty, they can become far too much to handle. They've been known to destroy furniture and tear up homes as well as become physically aggressive. The most famous example of a pet primate going haywire is the sad story of Travis the chimp. When Travis was 13 years old, he savagely attacked his owner's close friend, who ended up with severe and life-changing facial injuries. The 200-pound animal was shot by police. Cassowary. Cassowaries are the most dangerous birds in the world, and for that reason, they really shouldn't be kept as pets. Marvin Hajos decided to run his own exotic animal farm featuring over 100 birds. On that farm in Alachua, Florida, he bred cassowary birds as pets. One day, it seems Mr. Hajos fell between two cassowary pens, and at least one of the birds delivered him terrible injuries with its beak and claws. It's suspected that the man had been checking on their eggs, which angered one of the large female birds. It's said that cassowaries will protect their eggs and young as fiercely as a bear would. Cassowaries are usually around 6 feet tall and 130 pounds, which makes them powerful animals. Their claws are dagger-like, and they can run at speeds topping 30 miles per hour. Following the fatal attack, the birds, native to Australia, were put on sale at auction. I'm not sure who would want a cassowary as a pet, especially ones involved in the death of their previous owner. The private auction took place in Florida. Media were not allowed on the premises, and photography and video making was strictly banned. Camel. Camels have been used as working animals for thousands of years, but these days, some people have tried to incorporate them in their family as a pet. Exotic pet owner Pam Weaver was given a camel for her 60th birthday by her husband. Unfortunately, the animal started to behave strangely. It's believed that it was trying to mate with Weaver when she was accidentally trampled to death in Australia in 2007. The 330-pound camel had a history of erratic behavior. Mr. Weaver later claimed that he had forgiven the camel. Other people managed to keep camels on ranches like they do llamas and alpacas, but the issue comes when humans get too close or too familiar to what are essentially wild animals. That was the 10 most dangerous pets people actually own. Would you own any of these animals and invite them into your home? My advice would be not to.